Um, we put these down so like we have a little bit of better light on the video here, but there's something back there that I want you to be thinking about during this story. It starts my junior year home during Thanksgiving vacation. And it was a Sunday morning. I was in a cab going over the Brooklyn Bridge. Beautiful, crisp, clear Sunday morning. And I asked the cab driver to stop in the middle of the bridge. Now, mostly this is because I was an idiot and I was late. I was supposed to meet a friend in the middle of the bridge, and I was a rube from New Jersey who didn't know that you couldn't go to the middle of the bridge. But this is also a crazy time where the guy let me out. Now, everyone who knows the Brooklyn Bridge knows the walkway is up above the roadways. So I get out and I scramble up the scaffolding there, and I poke my head up, and my friend is right there. I scared the bejesus out of him. He was right there. He's like, "What are you?" Ivano, my friend, and I were going to climb the Brooklyn Bridge. And we were doing this for a film class. Actually, it was Ivano's class, and we'd been working on it for most of that semester. And speaking of swimming upstream, this is back in the days where you had a camera that you actually had film in, and you had to crank it and whatever. He had lost everything we had shot. His project was basically going to be no go unless we did this thing. And it was his idea. So we're up there, and we're getting ready to go up the cable from the middle to west on the south side. And it was not very crowded. It was pretty early Sunday. And there was a little gaggle of older ladies there. And they saw what we were starting to do, and they're like, "You're going to get arrested. You're going to get arrested." And we kind of were like, "Yeah, we probably are." Actually, we didn't really think about it. We just were like intent on doing this. So we start going up. And let me just paint the picture for you a little bit. The cable is not very steep at first. And it's a big, thick cable, and there's little hand-hold cables. So there's a way to walk along. But it gets steeper as you go. And it gets windier as you go. And the vibrations of the bridge become a lot more as you go along. Now remember, he's got a camera. And he starts out behind me, and he has to hold on and operate the camera at the same time as we're going up. Midway, we're about halfway up, he also needs to get ahead of me and then get in front of me to shoot me coming up. So Ivano is doing some serious work here. And I'm thinking about it now, and I still kind of like, it was 30 years ago, and my knees are a little quaking thinking about it. But we were halfway, and like I said, the cable gets steeper as you go. And in fact, the steepest part is right where it comes into the tower. And not only is it the steepest part, but the handholds get a little bit lower, so that the last 2 or 3 steps to the ladder to climb up onto the tower is the scariest. So Ivano had actually gone up, got on top, and was ready for the shot of this character climbing up and making it to the top. We get up there. It is heart-pounding, just the fact that we made it there. But we also knew we got to finish this. So we quickly did a couple of shots up there, spinning around, jumping around. I ate a Twizzler. The film was called Twizzler. It was, and then we had to face the music. It's like, we got to go down. We got to go down, and we got to go face whatever's going to be down there. And going down was harder because you're looking down, and you're facing down, and it's not easy. But we made it. We made it down. No crowd, no police, just this crowd, this little gaggle of older ladies who are still like, you're gonna get arrested. And we walk away. So what's the point of this story? First thing, how much has the world changed? There were no cell phones. I was late. We could have, if somebody could have been shooting us on YouTube. There's no way that you could get away with this today. In fact, there's a gate over the cable to prevent people from doing just this thing. The world has changed so much in these 30 years. In fact, even more in the last 10, that the real question is the flip side. Not how much has changed and what can't be done, but the reality is this: how much is now possible that was never even imaginable before? We are here in Watson headquarters. Things that are going to change the world are happening on this floor. Capabilities in cognitive computing that are going to define your lives are taking place right now. And even in the rest of the business world and entrepreneurial space, the ability to start a business, to create an app, to change the world has never been more possible. So I just want to conclude with one thing, and I think, Jess, if you got that. I want to share a picture with you. Does anyone recognize this? Yeah. Does anyone see this? All right. For those of you who don't know, we think in this day and age with sensors and instant communication, who could possibly climb that bridge and get away with it? This happened last summer. 2 German artists, and they haven't yet revealed how they did it, went up and put this kind of white flag up. They said it was more to honor the German engineer whose birthday it was. And so that's what I just want to leave you with. The sense of possibility of sometimes doing the impossible or the difficult or the unimaginable begins with not even thinking about whether or not it's possible or not, and just doing it. All of you have those opportunities, and that's the thought I hope we all walk away from. Thanks so much.